Hi everyone, I'm going to show you how to finish out a return in TaxSlayer once you've entered all of the client's documents and information. All right, so here we are. We've arrived on the summary print page after we've entered all of the information into the tax return. So we're going to go ahead and click continue here. It'll say calculating return for a few moments here. And then you may get a page that says warnings concerning your federal return. This is the system just making sure to ask you, are you sure about everything you've entered? Please do read the warnings carefully. And then if you determine that they can all be dismissed, then go ahead and again, click continue. All right, so now we're on the e-file page of the return. Which is further divided into different sections. So this first section, the return type section, is where we're going to set the federal return type for the return. So here you want to keep in mind, recall the difference between e-file and paper returns and how they're delivered to the IRS. And then we're also picking the method in which the client will receive their refund or pay their amount owed. So this drop-down lets you choose a combination of those two options. And then just a note down here, paper return, that just means that's a combination of delivered paper to the IRS plus the taxpayer will mail their payment or they'll receive their refund by paper check. So I'm going to go ahead and click one of our direct deposit options. So I'm going to say this client is e-file direct deposit so that we can later on look at the client's bank information as well. Now, moving on to the ERO information, this is automatically going to be populated for you, so don't worry about that. Go ahead and click next here. This second section of the e-file page is called tax preparation and e-file information. Up at the top here in the fees section, these will all be populated with zeros, and that's correct. No need to make any changes to those. The one thing you'll change in this section is the primary client email. Here we'll want you to go ahead and enter the client's email address, which you can find in the client's ticket in the hub in their client profile. If there's no email provided, then don't worry about that. And then the taxpayer's PIN and ERO PIN, those will both be automatically populated for you as well. So we'll go ahead and click next again. This brings us into the taxpayer bank account information section. This submenu will only appear if you selected a direct deposit or direct debit option in the federal return type dropdown from the top of this page. So in the bank accounts section, you will be in charge of transferring over bank account information from the hub. And what's important to note here is we have multiple bank account entries, bank account entry 1, bank account 2, 3. So the client can split their refund into multiple accounts here. They can pick up to 3 bank accounts. And also please note that checking and savings account numbers can never be the same. So if the client has provided, they tell us, they give us an information for checking account to put part of their refund and a savings account to put another part of their refund, we need to make sure that they've given us distinct numbers for both accounts because otherwise the return will be rejected by the IRS. So here I would enter the account type, the bank name, the amount they want in this first account, the routing number, we'll confirm the routing number, the account number, and a confirmation of the account number. And if we just have one bank account, we can just click pull refund and put the whole amount into this one account. Otherwise, we can specify how much we want in bank account 1 versus bank account 2, etc. Scrolling down here, paper check allocation. Here we're allocating a portion of the refund to be issued as a paper check. This is an option, but no action needed unless the client stated they wished for a portion of their refund to be issued as a paper check. We also have an option for purchasing savings bonds in $50 increments. So you can fill out this section only in the case that the client stated they wanted to buy savings bonds. All right, I'll go ahead and click next again. Third-party designee info, no action needed. We can just pass right on through and click next again. All right, this brings us to our consent section. We have a consent to disclose tax return information to VITA TCE tax prep sites. We want to deny this consent, so we'll just go ahead and select this second option to deny, and we can click next again. So now we're in the questions section of the e-file page, and question 1 all the way down to question 16. These you will use the intake checklist uploaded to the client's documents page in the hub. You'll use that checklist to answer all of those questions. Okay, so questions 1 through 16, we use the intake checklist to answer those. Then 17, you're going to want to find your phone prepare ID on the menu. For quality reviewer ID, since you this return has not been quality reviewed yet, you'll just select 0001. Same for translator ID, you'll click 0001. And then go ahead and click save. Okay, so you're now on the submission page. This page is a brief overview of the selections you made in the e-file page. You can ignore all of the information starting with ERO information all the way down to the tax preparation charges. So we're concerned with this bottom section, return transmit status. Here you need to select the box for ready for review. This passes it along so we know it's ready for the quality review stage. If for some reason the return is not ready for quality review, then skip this step. Please don't check that box. Then at the end, you're going to hit this button, save and exit return. And that's it, you're done. Now set the ticket in the hub to the correct status and notify your tax lead on duty.